All coaching aside, coaching, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants, but the guys I kind of feel bad for is guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year on their way out, because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
Greeny, I've never heard anyone say anything remotely like that after a game. Like, who the hell Micah Parsons think he is talking like that after a game? Bro, you've been missing all these games with the injury. And last time I checked, the head coach is a Super Bowl winning coach. All of y'all got your asses kicked. Okay, you gonna go out here and talk about your head coach, basically your head coach not working, not doing anything to try to prepare the team? I just think it's a bunch of BS, man.
Look, there's some horrible coaches out there, but none of them deserve this. The kind of work that they put in as coaches, that these dudes, you can forget about it. You're giving up family time, you're giving up all kinds of stuff in your life, and you're gonna get some ass sitting back. I don't care how talented he is. That is absolutely BS. If you would work half as freaking hard as a damn coach does, maybe you'd be able to play every damn game. Maybe your team wouldn't just be a bunch of punks and lay it down every damn week like you're doing. You're going to sell your damn coach out? It's a crock of shit.
And at the end, a guy like Woody, right, a former player, he's a Super Bowl champ, he should know the significance of, one, throwing out someone's injury. Someone who's been around teams and legends at that, that's how I know we all have to see through the BS of what these TV analysts are trying to do. I never once threw or even intended to throw Mike McCarthy under the bus. I've always had a great relationship with Mike McCarthy, and I never even put that in question. And for a guy like Rex Ryan, I just know he wanted to coach the Cowboys. Like, I'm perfectly happy that we have Zimmerman, because if we have a guy that's willing to go on TV and provide this type of nonsense, imagine what he could do to a locker room.
Okay, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And before we get into this, I just want to throw a couple of random facts out there. I believe Von Miller was the first NFL player to have a podcast while he was actively playing. He did this after winning Super Bowls with both the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. I think that after that, the Kelsey podcast was the next podcast to pop up from active NFL players. And those guys also both won Super Bowls. So you see this influx of active player podcasts, whether it be the NFL, NBA, whatever sport it is. This entire trend actually happened off of the backs of guys that actually were successful to the highest degree in their current job field before they started to pursue other endeavors actively in the public eye. I just wanted to put that out there for everyone that's on podcasts and all these players that all of a sudden just want to pop up with podcasts while they're football players still. Remember, the players that started these podcasts, even Draymond Green for the NBA, all of those guys were already champions. Everyone else followed suit, but make no bones about it. There were no player podcasts unless they were made by champions first. Now that we got that out the way, again, just random bit of information. I'm not trying to allude to anything at all as it pertains to the podcast Cowboys, but let's get into this because as you can see, Micah's comments from after the game the other day caught a lot of attention from those in the media. And I'm going to say this off the rip. Rightfully so. It is not the public's responsibility to decipher the things that are coming out of your mouth to attain what you actually meant by your comments, Micah Parsons. You gave the media entirely too much to work with if that was not what you were trying to get across. More succinct answers are necessary, Micah Parsons. For those of y'all that don't know what succinct means, short, to the point, and sweet. Let's get into this. Because there's a couple of points that I want to touch about this entire debate, bruh, because there's some things that people I have to ask y'all some things and just really figure out what type of fan are y'all, because that's where the divide is between some of the people in the fan base as far as how they look at Micah Parsons. Because there's a portion of the fan base that remembers the essence of sports, that remembers the essence of what football is, and they're not tainted by all of the PC bull crap that has polluted a lot of our forms of entertainment nowadays. And there's a portion of fans that are completely drunk off of politically correctness, that are completely drunk off of, oh, we should support these guys doing and being and showing and acting however they want. And I'm going to tell you right now, bruh, I am not a part of the latter. I am a part of the former. I'm more so akin to the old school football fan that remember guys like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Patrick Willis, some of the most vicious competitors on the football field that remember never, ever, hell, we can go to Dez Bryant if we want to go to more recent times and to make it current Cowboy stuff, we can go to Dez Bryant. When is the last time you seen Dez Bryant hee and ha-haing on the sideline while the Cowboys were in the middle getting their asses kicked? In fact, you would probably see Dez Bryant undressing everyone on that sideline with his words, bro. He would be going off on people. There would be no jokes and laughter and a bunch of jubilation in the midst of a 34-6 blowout. When have you ever seen Ray Lewis or Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu or James Harrison or any of the great defenses, any of the great defenders, the Legion of Boom? When have you ever seen any of these guys laughing and hooking it up on the sideline in the midst of a blowout? You've never seen it, because that is not the mentality you carry on a football field specifically. Because what would happen if that was the case is the same stuff that happens on other teams. When you see guys fighting their own teammates on the sideline, when you see a Deebo Samuel choking his specialists out because they want to win the damn game, when you see Kansas City Chiefs players going at each other because they're unhappy with the performance they're putting up and they were losing. When you see that type of thing on other sidelines, and then you see the types of teams that those things take place on, there's no wonder why those are the teams that go further in the playoffs than our soft pudding cake ass Cowboys. Because a lot of our soft pudding cake ass Cowboys fans like to explain away and make excuses for any and everything our guys do, including laughing on the sideline during a 34-6 blowout, bruh. And I don't care what y'all say. If my teammates were laughing on the sideline, on the bench, whether it's basketball, football, whatever, bro, if my teammates were laughing while we were getting our asses kicked, I would, one, assume they weren't serious about what we were doing and they were just doing something to do it, or they were just trying to get chicks. Or two, I would have a serious damn problem with that, and I'm gonna say something, bruh. Especially if you're depending on these guys to lead you to victory, but you're able to look to your right and see that they're having a good old time while getting chewed up in the jaws of defeat.
And just a quick note, if you really felt that bad about Zach Martin and these other guys not being able to lift up a Super Bowl trophy, why are you on the sideline laughing and hooking it up with Trevon Diggs down 34-6? It's hard for me to take that serious and be like, oh man, I really feel where Michael's coming from right there, when I'm thinking about you laughing while you're literally getting blown to bits.
So I just have to put that out there first, because I'm so tired of seeing all these soft ass excuses. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're from the school of thought where all this soft and cuddly stuff and let the guys be the guys, it's 2025, I don't want to hear that crap, bro. I don't want to hear that crap. I like my sports a certain way. I like my athletes to have a certain type of mentality, a certain type of approach to what they're doing. And if those guys don't display that, I'm not a big fan of them, because I don't feel like you can get sports done. Particularly, I don't feel like people win in sports without having a certain type of mentality. You are not going to look at any champion and see guys that's going to be laughing in the midst of getting their asses beat. You're not. Go back and look at every one of these last Super Bowl teams and tell me which one of those teams would have leaders on that team laughing in the midst of an ass whooping, bro. And that's all I got to say about that. Now, as it pertains to Rex Ryan and Damien Woody and all these guys, yes, they took his comments a little out of context and they drug it a little bit. But also what's true is Micah Parsons gave them entirely too much to work with, because he talks entirely too much. You don't have to try so hard to be this deep philosopher, Micah Parsons. You're not a deep philosopher. You are a football player. That's it, bro. We don't need you to be an analyst. We don't need you to be a philosopher. We don't need you to be a world leader. We need you to be the best football player in the National Football League, like you're capable of being, as long as you're an active football player, bruh. And everything else is noise. Everything else is distractions. The fact that you're even sitting here having to have this back and forth with people who have already finished their careers, have been that done, and have had greater achievements in their careers than anything you've accomplished so far, Micah. You're arguing with those people, with people that have more credibility than what you've built up so far in your NFL career. That's what you're arguing with. And you know why? Because you're talking too much, and you don't have to say something deep. You don't have to say something impactful. You don't have to say something profound every time a microphone is in front of your face. And I'm gonna be completely honest, if you have PR people, I would fire them, because your PR people have not done a good job at all of helping you vet things that you talk about, of helping you figure out the best way to approach different topics, of helping you figure out what's good to talk about and what you may want to stay away from, because it could have a negative impact on another aspect of your brand. Your PR people are doing you a disservice, because I don't think that you mean bad at all. I just think that you are very, very immature still, and you have a lot of growing up to do, which is fine. You're a young man, bro. You're only 25 years old or whatever it may be. So it's fine to still need to mature. I needed to mature still when I was 25. I still need to mature. I'm 31. Okay? So it's okay. You're going to continue to need to mature. But holy cow, if you're going to be someone that's going to talk and be the spokesperson for the Cowboys and be the main person talking and putting out quotes and responding and being that shield for the team, bro, holy cow, fire your PR people, bro. Holy cow, Micah Parsons. Because there's no way this is just a media creation. Some things aren't just a media creation. Some things we have to take accountability for. Sometimes we have to say, maybe the way I said that didn't give off the right perception. It's okay to say you said something the wrong way, because you did, because it just wasn't the media that took it that way. It wasn't a media creation. Yes, they drug it a little bit. They sensationalized it a little bit, but you 100%, the end of that quote was completely unnecessary. And you don't ever, I don't care how valid everything you said was, you don't ever downplay the amount of effort, work, and time another man has had to put into his craft, his career, his life, by saying that someone has worked harder than someone else ever has done in their life. That is disrespectful. It is a slight. There is no twist or spin needed. And this is the problem, because we as the Cowboys fans, we keep excusing foolishness like this. And that's why it gets worse and worse and worse, and it festers. Because if everyone was to tell Micah, nah, this time that was your bad, instead of people wanting attention from this guy, instead of people wanting a like, instead of people wanting a repost, instead of people wanting to get acknowledged by him on social media or however you can reach out to him, instead of having those types of people around, if he had the type of people that would just say, bro, you gotta eat this one, that was your bad, Micah Parsons would be much better off as a football player and as a man. I'm telling you, because it would help him develop, it would help him grow, it would help him have a level of discernment, it would help his awareness, it would help it. It's not helping him. Acting like all the stuff he's doing is okay when you guys know there's ways for these things to be negatively perceived, and people aren't having to try hard. It would be one thing if people are having to pick needles out of a haystack to get these type of takes out of Micah Parsons, but they are not. He's making it easier. He's making it easy for people to feel like he doesn't respect his quarterback. He's making it easy for people to feel like he doesn't respect his head coach. He's making it easy for people to feel like he doesn't respect the star. He's making it easy for people to feel like he doesn't respect the competitive spirit of sports. He's doing that with his actions, with the things that he's saying, with the things that he's giving people to work off of. And it's as simple as that. And it's not saying he's a bad person. It's not saying I hate Micah Parsons. It's saying, God dang it, y'all, it's okay sometimes to say, dude, you're going about this stuff the wrong way. Jeez. Holy cow. We still the same old Cowboys, bro. Less talking, more playing. Less victim, more being the aggressor. Please.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Woo, shut up, my boy, shut up.